Hey guys, I hope y'all had a wonderful Easter. So today, it's going to be an extension of my last video that I posted last week on efficiency of performance. I'm going to now demonstrate a very simple, very basic exercise designed to be done prior to competitive sport, activity, or exercise, be it cardio training or basic strength training. Again, we want to set the body's mindset by communicating to the body what needs to happen during that activity. In other words, what muscles need to be facilitated, what joints need to be lubricated, etc., in order to maximize our strengths and minimize the body's instinctive need to protect, i.e. getting everything we can physiologically out of that activity while also preventing injuries, i.e. efficiency of performance. So we need a ball for this exercise. This doesn't weigh anything, any kind of round object that you have to simply put between the knees. Before we start, I want to state something very important, as I emphasize to all of my patients. Exercise encourages the structural state that we reside in. Therefore, any type of exercise that we do, we need to be concerned about our structural positioning, postural positioning from our head to our toes. So we're going to think about every little aspect whilst doing the exercise. Again, we're also communicating that that's the structural state we want to reside in while we're doing our competitive activity or rigorous exercise. Because something as demanding as rigorous exercise needs to be aided in order to prevent injury and create efficiency. Okay, I've said it enough. Okay, we're going to start with our chin. We want to gently tuck the chin into the front of our neck to elongate cervical spine. We want to bring our arms out by our side with our palms facing up in order to encourage an open thoracic spine. We want to create a posterior positioning of the pelvis. So if you saw what I did there, if we're here, we're going to gently rock the hips back so that our entire spine is making contact with the floor without compromising cervical spine, right? So once we bring that posterior tilt into play, the chin still needs to be tucked. We can't forget about that. So in order to create a posterior positioning while lying down like this, we want to do it properly, right? So the most effective way is to engage our pelvic floor. So rather than drawing spine to belly button, as I'm sure you've heard before at some point, that sort of emphasizes a sucking in mechanism which encourages breath holding. Obviously we don't want that happening, so we want to think about rather gently drawing the abdominals in an upward direction and then attempting a wrapping mechanism, which is also going to help manage the pressure in the abdominal cavity. So now that we've got our cervical spine in place, our thoracic spine is nice and open, with this posterior positioning, now we're encouraging an open, relaxed, decompressed, if you will, lumbar spine. All right, so with everything in that position, we're not going to let up on anything. We're going to keep awareness from head to toe. We want to gently squeeze the ball between the legs, between the knees rather. So the feet are flat on the floor. I'm not letting go of my cervical positioning. I'm not letting go of that posterior tilt, and my thoracic spine is nice and open and relaxed. I'm gently squeezing and releasing. Now we're asking our adductors to work in conjunction with correct structural positioning, as well as a relaxed, decompressed spine, as well as our pelvic floor unit engaged, which is what we want happening, all of those things, while we're rigorously exercising.